4 tunes, in case one sucks.
Okay, hi, we're DeVotchKa. We're here at Wolfgang's Vault, and this is our song, Head Honcho.
Listen for what it's worth. He don't have it hurts, 'cause they only care what it's worth. It was a long, long, long time ago. You found me naked by the side of the road. You lifted me out of my home, mouth to mouth and soul. La luz cada día está tiempo conmigo. A la luz cada día. La luz cada día está tiempo conmigo. It's love that will die, you know. And it's truth, I all know it's true. When it breaks your heart in two, as it always sounded like this, my name upon your lips, as it always taken so long. Get to this part of the song, I don't know. Look at the día, la luz de cada día, desciendo, conmigo. La luz de cada día está siendo conmigo.
Okay, this is Undone.
Father, you know where I have been, and you know what I have done. They say that you see everything, so you know I'll never hurt no one. What I have stolen won't be missed by those who had so much so long. We'll soon be laughing about this. They'll never notice we are gone. If I can bend the universe, if I can only get there first. These are some foolish fresh laid plans. My fate is firmly in your hands. And if you must take me, I will not go peacefully. I left someone waiting for me. I left things so terribly undone. Just your seed spilled out on the thirsty earth, a simple servant of your needs from the moment of our birth. Tell me, am I not your seed? Tell me, am I not your son? Tell me, have you just forgotten all those years of devotion? And if you must take me, I will not go peacefully. I left someone waiting for me. I left things so terribly undone. Say that you see everything. So you know I never hurt no one. What I have stolen won't be missed by those who had so much so long. We'll soon be laughing about this. They'll never notice we are gone. And if you must take me, I will not go peacefully. I left someone waiting for me. I left things so terribly undone.
Okay, this is called Exhaustible.
Oh, you and I look good together. This day is getting a lot better. Let's get inside out of this weather. And there's no one loves you better than me, my dear. You and I were not so different, exhaustible and inefficient, swallowing our intuition to get back home. I'll get back home again. What about you? Hour is getting close and you are going that fast for us. Of all the things I'll miss the most if we ever get back home. You and I can conquer distance, space and time and mass resistance. And I really must insist you come with me, my dear. Come with me, my dear. Come with me, my dear. You and I look good together. Let's get inside out of this weather. And there is no one loves you better. And there is no one loves you better. And there is no one loves you better than me, my dear.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This is our little tribute to Bay Area resident Neil Young.
When you were young and on your own, how did it feel to be alone? I was always thinking of games that I was playing, trying to make the best of my time. But only love can break your heart. Try and be sure right from the start. Yes, only love can break your heart. What if your world should fall apart? And I have a friend but only love can break your heart. Try and be sure right from the start. Yes, only love can break your heart. What if your world should fall apart? Try and be sure right from the start. Yes, only love can break your heart.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
Hi, I'm Angie with Crawdaddy Magazine, and I'm here with Nick Urata of DeVotchKa.
Hi.
DeVotchKa just came through and played a session for us here at the Vault, and now we're going to ask Nick some questions. I just kind of just start out, like, your band is based in Denver, and your sound certainly kind of strikes this perfect alchemy of a lot of, like, Eastern influences. Where do you feel that Denver has a place in the background of your music?
Well, Denver's kind of a, off the beaten path sort of vortex for transients. It always has been, and I think that kind of lends, kind of like San Francisco. It's just one of those stopping points, I think, on people's journeys. So it sort of lends for a mishmash of a lot of different cultures and music. So we fit in perfectly when we landed there. Yeah.
Your new record, 100 Lovers, just came out last week, and that was recorded out in the Arizona desert. That's correct?
Yeah.
How did, like, the desert have a role in the recording process?
Well, we sort of started driving in that direction for reasons I can't even remember, from Denver into the deserts of Arizona and New Mexico, because they were kind of the closest towns to us, and we quickly sort of fell in love with the scenery and the wide open
So
skies
vast.
and the big red rocks and so we've sort of been going. It's kind of been like a ritual for us every time to make a record. Just kind of drive through the desert and run around naked under the stars before we record. Yeah.
When you guys go out into that sort of like landscape to record, does everyone just kind of come in with their own parts already written, or is it just way more kind of an organic process?
I mean, I'd love to say that we just kind of get our instruments out and then all the magic starts happening, but we do a lot of writing beforehand and in preparation. But we do kind of we like to leave room for accidents and explosions for when we actually get down there. So it's not totally tightly arranged until we press record.
Right. And then some of the members of Calexico performed on this record as well. Did they meet you in the desert, or did you add them in the studio later?
We did meet them in Tucson the very first time we went there, and they, for some unknown reason, they took us on tour a couple months later, and they had like a 10-piece mariachi band with them, and they took us under their wing, and we traded songs back and forth, and I think that had a huge influence on our band, and we've always sort of tried to go back there because it was such a romantic, fun time to be in a band. And
well, you're the sounds of your two bands kind of play off of each other. I can see you guys would be a really good touring ensemble together.
Yeah, we have, and we sort of we're all kind of the same kind of people, and we got along really good. And so yeah, anytime that they're in town, we drag them to the studio. We lure them down with tequila and beer, and then we make them record.
Sounds pretty tough.
Yeah.
I'm sure they hate it.
Yeah.
Kind of just going back a little bit, you've also done a lot of work with soundtracks. How do you feel like composing for the cinema? How is
Sip
that?
my coffee. Sorry.
Don't want to spill it. Knock it over. Yeah, just drank up Monday morning.
This place is okay.
How do you feel like composing for cinema is like? How is that a different kind of creation process for you? Because you're visualizing it, on screen. I imagine more so than.
Yeah, it's a whole different animal because you sort of have to make the music fit into the filmed universe, whereas you don't never really realize this when you're writing songs with your band. You pretty much have no boundaries,
Right?
And then you put yourself into a position where you have lots of boundaries, and all of a sudden, I don't know, the grass is always greener. That doesn't answer your question.
Yeah, it makes sense.
What's the question? So
the
how's it
difference between
different?
composing?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just it's a much more collaborative process, and it's it doesn't. You could come up with this great, beautiful, grandiose musical idea and throw it up against the film, and if it doesn't work, it's painfully obvious. So
Yeah.
it is a different animal.
How did you get into that work? I mean, Little Miss Sunshine was probably your most well-known soundtrack, but was that your first one?
That was our first foray into it, and
wow.
it was kind of a stroke of luck. Really, they just happened to an NPR station in LA happened to be playing one of our songs called "You Love Me," which we actually wrote on one of those trips to the desert, and the directors heard it, and they sort of it struck a chord with them, and they sort of pictured their, I don't know if you remember, their little yellow van traveling through the
desert? Yeah.
Arizona desert, and something clicked there, and they called us up, and we started working together, and we became friends, and realized that it was going to work.
It was a really perfect vision. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apart from this record that you just released, you'll be touring on for the next few months. Do you have any other projects you want to speak to in the coming year? Just want to promote right now.
We are. This is going to be a boring answer.
I asked because I was curious.
Well, we got to the end of, not even to the end, but to the deadline of our album, and we had so much more to do. So we were going to take what we didn't finish and sort of maybe put out some dance tracks and some remixes and some B-sides of our last recording session. So we're excited about that because there's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
That we didn't get to explore. So that's going to be our next project.
You gonna take it to the desert?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Will Auntie be releasing that as well?
I hope so. Yeah.
Cool. Well, it sounds great. And
Yeah.
thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you
Really
for having
appreciate
me
you taking the
in your
time.
beautiful vault. This is cool.
You've opened the vault.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.